Oh my god, hi, bitch, you guessed it. It is I, Shanti Tag. So much love to the bitch squad. Let's have our cheersies moment. Cheers! Hugs heal. Hugs legit can heal. All right, we're gonna break it down, how, why. But P.S. I'm having Rise mushroom coffee, not associated, not affiliated, but super down to be both of those things. I love it. I switched my coffee out with this for the mornings for in the mornings for months now, and I love it, love it. I'll still have like a little coffee treat a couple days a week in the afternoon. But my mornings, I'm doing the Rise mushroom coffee with their creamer, and it is legitty titty. And I sprinkle a little cinnamon, and I love it. I fucking love it. So cheers. Okay. Hugs heal. Like they legit do. We're gonna break it down. All right. Now, if hugs aren't a match for you, that's okay. If I'm not a match for you, that's okay. Keep her moving, dude. You do you. You are in command over your own experience. All right. For everyone else, welcome. So I come from like a lineage of people that like legit hug and kiss both cheeks as a greeting, whether it's a family member, a friend, you're being introduced for the first time. It's like, bring it in, motherfucker. So I can hug and kiss your face, and I love it. I love it so much. It's so endearing. There is just like such an open-heartedness about it, and also it acts as like a blessing and also a healing. Okay, such a healing experience. Now that might you know what I mean, but if it is, welcome. Okay, so like what is some of the stuff that we're going to be covering? We're going to be covering some chemistry, some kind of like self-healing moments, and then how you can like extend some of this stuff to others and you open yourself up to receive. Yes. Now, this is not meant to treat or diagnose shit. This is only supposed to be entertaining and educational, okay? Now, I am a professional, all right? But this is not a one-on-one session. But I really hope that that you know, if you're watching this, this is beneficial. If it is, let me know in the comments. If it isn't, move on. Okay, that's okay. There's a ton of people that I'm sure will be a match for you. Okay, hugging. It's been a little bit of a dicey sitch the past few years in regards to like human contact, and like wherever you stand on that is wherever you stand on that. That is, I don't have a dog in that race, not on this channel, okay? But it's still, you know, wherever that lands, however that lands, doesn't take away from the fact that hugs are legit healing. Okay, so do we know that our body can create chemicals? Do we know this? We know this, okay? Oftentimes when someone is experiencing a state that's less than typically traditionally called depression or even anxiety, okay? I'm not calling it that, but just for the sake so we can kind of be on a similar page, yeah? There's an imbalance. Now, oftentimes Western medicine will just kind of stop at, oh, we have identified an imbalance, as opposed to, well, how did the imbalance get created? And is it possible for you to bring your system back into balance naturally? Okay? And that's where I like to go. And that's not for every case or for every person, okay? But that's what we're talking about here today, okay? All right, so we're like our own little pharmacy in here, okay? We create everything that we need. And by emotional repression, we stop or stunt the production of beneficial hormones and chemicals, which means maybe some other stuff will get overproduced, like cortisol, right? That's the stress hormone, yeah? All right, so we're always kind of striving to create balance in the system, but because we live in a polarity existence here on planet Earth, so it's very often that shit can be out of out of whack because we have that polarity to play with. And there's been such a focusing on the negative makes a lot of money for certain people. And you could arguably say that I make money off of that. However, the difference is the process that I use to help my clients is lightning fast. And I don't want to keep a client for a long time unless there's a max benefit for that client and for myself. But this isn't the long-winded approach. You're in counseling for, your entire life. That's not the way I do things. But if that's the way you do things and it works for you, go and do it. Continue what you got going on, okay? But one of the things I wanted to bring to the table today is HUGS. It's a very wonderful and, for so many of us, easily accessible way to adjust the chemistry in the system. When we hug, or when we are hugged, there is a dump or a release of certain chemicals like oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and what am I forgetting? I mean, there's a few in endorphins, okay? Like legit. All of these chemicals promote actual physical healing, promote a state of love, ease, well-being, kind of like that feeling of balance, of coming center, of coming home. It can actually lower your heart rate, strengthen your immune system. It can. Okay, I'm not saying that this is a hard fact, all right? This is not what this video is about. It's not about hard facts. That's what she said. But we're talking about what's possible here, okay? And there are studies, so go down the rabbit hole and look this shit up. It'll be fun for you, okay? It will be beneficial and fun for you, okay? Strengthening your immune system. And oftentimes, where do I want to go next? Okay, I'll go here. It can promote physical healing, okay? I've talked about cellular health before. I will talk about it again, always. Our cells are a neutral medium, and they will follow what we got going on in regards to how we're focused, okay? But when we're focused in a hug, if we're in an embrace with someone that we want to embrace, whether it's family, friend, lover, whatever, our cells go, oh, yes. And then you get that dump of beneficial chemicals and hormones that just go to work. And then our cells function in a way that's more optimal for us, more optimal for healing, for emotional healing, for mental healing, and for physical healing. Okay? It's fucking wild, dude. So I make it a huge point in my life to hug people. If you know me, then you know this. I want to hug. I want to hug you. I want you to hug me. This not only does it strengthen a bond because I'm here to play. I want to connect with people. I'm here to do that. That's why we're here, is to connect and play with one another. Yeah? Okay? Co-create. This is a wonderful way to do that. And also offer a healing. And a healing in exchange, right? Let's hug one another. Over the past few years, then there's been such disservice that's been done. And I'm not going to say that it didn't make sense for some of us, but there's been such a disservice that's been done to separate ourselves from physical contact, lowering our immune system due to a lack of physical contact, increased rates of depression and anxiety, even though I don't like to use those words, I'm just using them so you kind of get where I'm going, right? Those lows, the fear state. Oftentimes, in a lot of different severe cases of stuff, compression technique. Compression is literally just like squeeze the body, put weight on the body, and the nervous system just goes, because there is that organic function that the body has to create the chemistry shift required in order to bring it back into balance. Okay. Now again, this is just information. Take it or leave it. But if it interests you, I really suggest, look this stuff up. See what might be a match for you, see what's not, but you might land on something that's like, oh my God. Now, if you're in a space where you might not have somebody to hug or squeeze or whatever, I totally get it. Or maybe you're in a space where you just don't feel comfortable with that for whatever reason. I totally get it. You can still get benefit from hugging yourself. And when I'm directing people in hugging themselves, if it's available to your shoulders and your physical body, get your cheeks involved. Really get the face involved. Like really lean into it, whatever side. Right? But you're accessing meridian points in the cheeks and in the face. Really get yourself held in almost like, a self cradle, so to speak. You can have there's a similar effect that happens even when you're hugging yourself, okay? Or you can even like pile on a weighted blanket or a few blankets or pillows. There's different ways that you can achieve that kind of compression technique situation. Again, look it up. You might find some really creative ways to do that if you're not in a space where hugging in physical contact with another is available to you, or it might not be a match to you. There's other ways where you can benefit in this way and still have your own production of these chemicals taking place in your system in order to maximize your health and your well-being and your overall experience. So if I could crawl out of the screen and give you a big fucking hug myself, I would. And please know I am sending that to you. And another thing that I wanted just to shout out so much love to the Bitch Squad. This channel hasn't been up for very long. It's a baby channel. It's fresh and new. And I just wanted to extend so much love. But really, I wanted this to be a space where I can offer, this these no-cost teachings to you. This is a free service, okay? And I hope it feels that way, but I also wanted it to feel like a community, just like a lot of other channels. I found so much community in different channels. I love that. I really enjoyed that, and I wanted to provide a space that I hope even just remotely feels like what I have experienced and on other people's channels. So that's my dream. That's my goal. I would love to hear in the comments how all of this lands with you. And again, let's keep it posy, meaning if this isn't a match for you, move the fuck on. But if it is, or if you have a question, or if there's a topic of interest, or if you're interested in a live reading, or there's something you want to know about, I'm so happy if it's a match for me to create some content around that. So please and comment. I would love to hear what's going on with you all and how this lands. But dude, legit titty, sending y'all some real fucking squeezes. And again, I just love this European hug, kiss to both cheeks. Can we bring that shit back? There's something so just I don't know. There's a passion. There's a magic and a passion to that shit. I love it. I love it. Break down the fucking barriers and come with it and offer blessings to one another. Live our best life because, honey, cheers. So much love to the Bitch Squad. Satnam, fuck yes.